Whether you travel a little or you travel a lot, I think we can all agree that having the right suitcase can make or break a trip. The goal is to strike the perfect You know what? Hold on. I don't think this is the right outfit to be doing this presentation in. There we go. Okay. So the goal is to strike the perfect balance between size and construction. So before I do a future deep dive into finding your suitcase soulmate, I've pulled out 3 suitcases to give you a quick guide to help you get started. 2 soft-sided suitcases by Travel Pro and 1 hard-sided suitcase by Swiss Gear, and I'm going to compare them side by side, starting with size and then moving into construction so you can see which features might work for your needs. The smallest suitcase I have is actually on the large end of the carry-on spectrum. To clarify, in order to classify as a carry-on, your bag must be no larger than 22 inches tall from the floor to the handle, which this one is, but the width and the depth requirements will vary by a couple of inches depending on both which airline you're flying and if you're traveling domestically or internationally. This next one is what I consider to be a pretty standard size check-in bag. It's 26 inches from the bottom of the case to the top, but the wheels add another 2 inches. Since it is a check-in bag, however, the added height really isn't a consideration to worry about. This last suitcase is a 29-inch, again from floor to handle, soft-sided case by Travel Pro. I bought this one anticipating we would use it for the 2-week trip, but here's the thing. We filled the 26-inch case with recording equipment and enough clothes for our stay with access to laundry, and put the rest of our stuff in our backpacks, and we came in at 50 pounds with this suitcase. With a case of this size, I have no doubts we would regularly go over the weight limit for domestic flights. The Travel Pro site recommends using a case of this size for a 2 to 3 week international trip. Though again, you're looking at about 50 pounds max, maybe up to 70 pounds if you're flying business or first class. I find these cases are great if you're moving house or something, by ground, of course. Just make sure not to fill them over the suitcase's max weight limit, as this can lead to damage to the wheels and handle. Which, speaking of, let's get into the construction a little bit, shall we? The construction of the sides, or shell, is important for how you travel. Personally, I'm a soft-sided fan for a few reasons. First, it tends to be more expandable and less rigid. Each of these cases comes with an expandability feature, but I rarely have to use it with my soft cases, where there was clearly less room to work with on the hard case. Second, I feel like the construction material for soft-sided cases is generally lighter than hard shell ones, which is a bonus, especially for checked bags, which come with that fun weight limit. Third, soft-sided cases generally seem to have better handles. You'll notice the cloth handles on the Travel Pros have a low profile and can squish down easily to get out of the way, whereas the handles on the Swiss Gear don't. Also, there are more of them sewn into the bag, allowing someone to grab the case by multiple angles, which, let me tell you, this one on the bottom may not seem like a big deal, but when you think about how often you're putting your bag somewhere with the top facing away from you, like the trunk of a car, for example, and then you need to grab it in a hurry, this handle seriously gets a lot of use. And fourth, because apparently there's always a fourth with me, I feel like there's a difference in durability. This carry-on case has been in my main travel suitcase since 2016, and there was a time in there where I was traveling 75% of the year. And you can see the wear and tear compared to this guy, which we just used for the first time on a recent trip, and already there are noticeable scratches and dings on the shell. All that said, the main benefit to a hard shell case really is protection. While we've never had an issue with things breaking in our soft-sided cases, we do find ourselves having to go the extra mile to wrap and protect fragile items on the off chance something heavy gets thrown on top of the suitcase, whereas we were much less concerned about that with the hard shell. The last thing I want to show you is the interiors of the cases. Travel Pro designs their cases kind of like barrels. You just fill them up, close the lid, and you're done. This Swiss Gear case, on the other hand, fills both sides, and then you zip the side closed before you close the suitcase. I will say that after years of using my Travel Pro, the Swiss Gear configuration took a little getting used to, but I didn't hate it. Honestly, with 2 of us using it, this layout made it a lot easier to keep our stuff organized. The Travel Pro layout, on the other hand, means you have to sift through the main pocket to find what you're looking for, and they are a bit harder to live out of if you don't have the option to unpack your stuff, since there aren't compartments to move between. All right, so let's talk price. A big reason I've stood by Travel Pro all these years and recommend it to other people so regularly is they really hit where that confluence meets of ergonomic design, lightweight, functionality, and price. This large case typically retails on the Travel Pro site for $250, but as of this filming, it was on sale for $213. The color is actually discontinued, and I found it on Amazon for $180. The updated version of my carry-on is the Max Light 5 carry-on spinner, which has 4 wheels for those of us who like sidewalking maneuverability instead of the rollerboard, which has the 2 wheels. Both options retail on travelpro.com for $170, but are currently on sale there and on Amazon for $145. Of course, links to these 3 cases are in the description or on our link in bio. And if you do decide to purchase a new case, using our unique link will give us a small percentage of your purchase, which we then use to help fund our work making videos like these. And whether or not you decide to buy a case, definitely make sure you're subscribed and set up for notifications so you're in the know when we drop more Travel 101 insights. We love giving you everything you need to make the most of your travel experiences, and we know you love it too. So, like I always say, let's make it mutual. Okay, bye!